Jeff Goodman. It's always a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Likewise, guys. How are you?
We are doing well. And Cooper Flagg, who is from Maine, the basketball haven of Maine, was the talk of the NBA summer because he was practicing with the Olympic team, and people were talking about how he was taking over scrimmages. He's made his debut at Duke. He had this huge dunk in the lane. He postered a kid. He's going to be the number one pick in the draft. What have you seen of him, and tell us a little bit about Cooper Flagg?
Yeah, we think he's going to be the number one pick. I don't know if I would say 100%. But
interesting.
He'll likely be the number one pick.
There's a kid from Rutgers that's supposed to be very.
Oh yeah, there's two kids on Rutgers, right? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Ace Bailey, who didn't play last night, has a higher upside. He's long. He looks the part, athletic. And then you got Dylan Harper, who's Ron Harper's son, who's probably doesn't have the stealing of Ace Bailey. But, yeah, two kids at Rutgers, of which, how about this, guys? We've come to the point in NIL now where players and their families are now asking for money to do sit-down on-camera interviews.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it sucks. It's tough. It's tough, man. I get it. Like, they all want money now, NIL, their brand, what they're worth. But, like, I didn't think we'd ever get to this point where – because my take is, like, I can help them with their brand. Like, I can help them look good. Like, it's only beneficial to them. That's my whole goal in college, to make these kids look good, loosen them up, have fun, do a 10 or 15-minute interview. And, Ace Bailey's representatives wanted some cash for me to sit down and do an on-camera interview.
Well, that's ingenious because Rutgers is the center of the basketball universe, and outside of you and I and John, I doubt that anyone knew that team, listening to us, knew that team had two stud freshmen. So that's a great promotion. Maybe they should hire a PR rep with all that money. Yeah. And second of all, college coaches are quitting. The Virginia coach quit. The Villanova coach quit. Yeah. When are they going to start regulating this NIL situation a little better?
I mean, they got to do it soon. But the problem was, again, NCAA punted. Former President Mark Emmert was a complete clown and didn't do anything. So he dug a huge hole for Charlie Baker, who's now running the NCAA, and Charlie has no chance to dig out of it. So they punted it to Congress, and they're trying to implement some guardrails now with revenue sharing probably coming in next year. All I think that's going to do is encourage cheating again, because you're going to try to cap it. And when you try to cap anything, these coaches in college sports are going to say, well, how can I get around that? Well, I'm just going to give money directly to the kids and the people and such. So anyway, let's get back on to your original question. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
it's interesting.
Divert there.
I think it's very interesting. And I think, it affects sport at all levels, high school to AAU to pros. So
they're pros now. Yeah, they're pros. I had one kid I put out. I'm not going to say who he is, but I put out that one kid was asking for $1 million, who got in the range of $1 million to play this season in college. And I put that number out there, said he was going to make $1 million. He called me and basically said, I'm very disappointed that you put that number out there. I said, hey, man, here's the deal. I know it's true. 3 different schools told me that was the number your people were asking for. He said, well, now the problem is when I don't play well, everybody's going to know how much money I'm making, and that's going to be a lot of pressure.
Jesus.
I said, man, welcome to the real world. Yeah, you're a pro now, man. You're making more money than I am.
Oh, that's hysterical. Well, I apologize to you, sir. I didn't know that this $1 million salary came with, I'm just a kid. No, you're not.
I wanted to live my life without consequence.
Yeah, you're just like any other 18-year-old that's on their own. If you're making money, baby, you're responsible. You got a whole nother set of responsibilities. You can't have it both ways. That's very funny. What an idiot. Or what a not an idiot. What a naive kid. Hi, Hachi-Machi.
Yeah. That's nice kid, just doesn't understand that now you're going to be treated differently. In the past, I would rarely, if ever, criticize a college player directly. Now, I think I have the right to be able to do that. They don't play well. I think I can criticize you if you're making $1 million.
Absolutely. I mean, who was the college coach that said, I'm going to treat them like pros? If now if they're going to get paid like pros, I'm going to treat them like pros. This is going to be a pro basketball operation. It might have been Calipari.
Cooper Flagg is like a pro. I will say that. A reclassified freshman, guys. Reclassified, which rarely works in college basketball. And this kid might be the player of the year this year. He is that good. He is that unique. He is that skilled. He has that type of basketball IQ. I can't wait to see once he gets on the big stage, which will really be next Tuesday. Duke plays in the Champions Classic down in Atlanta. I'll be there. And I think that'll be, the first look at him. When you're playing Maine, let's face it, the diehards are watching. Nobody else is watching. Next Tuesday night, everybody will be watching. And this kid, his biggest strength as a player is his versatility. It might be his passing and shot blocking, believe it or not. He's not an elite shooter, but he's gotten better. He can just get to the basket when he wants. He can find people. He can score around the basket. He's a terrific defender, really good athlete, just makes people better. He's like a point forward, and he's kind of a killer. Like I can't wait to see if he's hated by nationally like Christian Laettner was. He's not like he doesn't have the arrogance of Laettner, but he's also like, screw you. He doesn't care about the media. Not that he's disrespectful, but he just doesn't give a you-know-what.
He's a white kid at Duke.
To go out there and kill people.
He's a white kid at Duke. He's automatically going to be hated. I hate him.
He'll be hated, but at that level. At
Laettner level?
That's different. Yes.
That Wojo kid was pretty annoying.
J.J. Redick level hate? Are we talking about that?
He might be. Yes, he might be.
Wow.
Do you like J.J. Redick?
So, yes and no.
Uh-huh.
I'm torn on J.J. Redick. I respect him because he again, I think he was fairly transparent when he was a analyst, and he would take shots at people and be fairly honest. But we had one interaction where he was like, well, I can be completely objective. I'm like, no, you can't. You played with some of these guys. You have relationships. Nobody can be completely objective. Shut up.
Right. He seems very arrogant if you're talking about arrogance. I mean, he seems incredibly arrogant. I mean, you know about basketball. That's a very niche thing. Let's not start thinking that we're solving the world's problems here. All right, listen, Jeff Goodman, I personally could talk to you all day. I love your insight. I love that.
I'm going to give you one more thing. One more 10-second bite before I go.
Yeah.
The Tatum, Steve Kerr thing, I know both well. And the thing I love about it is, Tatum doesn't get involved in the drama, guys.
It sure looked like it last night. The one thing about Jayson Tatum,
he really doesn't. He really, in the moment maybe, I don't think he really gets involved in the drama and the build-up and all that, the reality TV crap. I don't. I think he just wants to play ball.
Do you think he was upset not playing? Because I can't tell. I'm not being sarcastic. Do you think he's upset now? Do you think he's upset now, I should say?
Yeah, I think it hurt him. Yeah, I think it hurt his ego.
Because my take is that they gave the run to the older guys that aren't going to be on the team again.
That's right.
And you have a gold medal, and you'll get another one probably, and you'll be a leader of that team.
But at the same time, I saw him, and Jeff, I don't know if you saw this, I saw him after the game turn around and walk up the tunnel. Kerr made a point to go out to midcourt and shake hands with everyone. Tatum wanted no part of that. He was gone.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not saying he's not upset. I'm just saying that's the way that I would, if I was him, I would try to look at it. All right, listen, Jeff Goodman, you're the best. He's got...
Thanks, guys.
Field
Love
of
you.
68. Thank you so much. He writes for Stadium. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Toucher and Hardy here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.